Welcome to the lab, Monitoring Your Application Gateway by me, the Azure guy. I am a Azure administrator as well as an Azure Solutions Architect. What are we going to do today? Well, we're going to set up a chart in Monitor to monitor the gateway endpoints, set up an alert to call us when an endpoint goes down, and learn how to set up log analytics workspace for our gateway. Pretty exciting. Hey, welcome to another lab. Today we're going to extend the previous lab, which was the application gateway multiple sites. And we're going to add some metrics and some monitoring and some alerts to that gateway. This will not be a full-blown alerts monitoring lab, but kind of like an introduction and how to set up some basic monitoring and alerting for your gateway. So the first thing we want to get to do is look at metrics for the gateway. I'm in the gateway resource. I just chose metrics. And you can see we have lots of different metrics we can measure. The most interesting one, and the one we're going to focus on today, is the healthy host count. And that what that measures is your backend pool. You can see it shows count of 1, but if you remember the lab, we had 2 different pools. So what we want to see is if both of these pools are active. So if it's active or online, we'll have a 1. Let's go back to our metrics. And you can see we're going to add that metric back. Healthy something, a healthy host count. Now to get the second one, we're going to add a filter. Backend pool HTTP settings is our property. We want to equal to something. We want it equal to do 2 different pools. So there you go. All right, so now we have them in there, but you might be saying, great, but all I really see is a color change. We still only have 1. Well, that's where we go 1 over to the splitting. And again, we choose backend pools HTTP settings. And we choose these settings, good enough. And now you can see we now have 2. So you say, well, that's pretty good. That's useful. However, how do I see if this works? Well, let's open up a different portal. And we'll go, let's open up, actually, I want to keep this one here. So let's actually open up another portal. I think it's coming. Maybe I didn't click it. Oh, there it goes. It's a little small delay there. Multi-site lab. So, forgot what we want to do. Oh yes, we want to test our metric. And the way we're going to do that is go to our gateway and go to our, I think we want to go, let's see the best way. We want to take one of those hosts down. So we could go to the VM and turn it down. Can we disable? No. In Traffic Manager, you come back here and disable a probe. I don't think we can disable from here either. So probably the best way to test this is going to be to just turn down the VM. I don't think, yeah, there's no disable here. So let me backtrack just a little bit. I'm going to go to the first VM, which is, well, let's just go back here to the backend health, just in case you haven't done the lab in a while, or haven't done the lab, and how dare you not do one of my labs. But I'm in a good mood today, so I'll forgive you. And so here we go. So we're going to take this one here, which is VM1. Contestio pool is VM1. So we're going to go back to here, go to VM1. And we're going to shut it down. So what we should see happen is the backend health is going to go red or down, and then our metric should show down. So we'll just say stop. And it's stopping. I'll pause the video. Okay, the VM is still in the process of shutting down, but you can see we got unhealthy status in our gateway already. So let's check our metric, and that should report a down as well. Let's see. Let's do a refresh. And you can see the orange one, which is the Contesto speed one. So that's down. Okay, so that's good, but you say, well, that's pretty cool, man, but how's that going to help me? I don't want to just sit here and watch my metric all the time. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring it back up, bring this Contestio back online, then create an alert that will email us when one of our gateways is unhealthy. So backend health. Okay, both are healthy right now. Okay, it's now time to make an alert. So we will click New Alert Rule. And this will automatically fill in some of the information for us, like define the resource for us. And if we click here where the big red dot is, you'll see a lot of information here is filled in for us. And what we want to do is we're going to do it for Contesto only. So we'll check a mark there. Greater than, no, less, no. If it's less than 1, go ahead and alarm, right? Yes. See, it's showing right now the value is 0.86. So it's going to fire because we turned down Contestio. So let's change this to the other VM, Fabricom. So yeah, so now it's equal to a 1. So if it's less than 1, which 0 would be, 0, less than 1, so that should be good. We'll create an action group. Action group is someone that gets emailed. So we'll say, let's see here, action group name. We'll say phone, short name phone, unique name phone. We'll call them Azure admins. Azure admins. Action type will be email, but email / SMS and phone. So we'll say voice. Everything looks good there. Make this 31. We'll say gateway Fabricam website down. Gateway reporting down. Did I not create the action group? There we go. And create. All right, so now we'll go to our VM. And we'll do, oh no, we want speed VM2 because that's the one we did it on. And we'll do a stop. All right, gonna stop VM number 2. Our metrics still showing both of the backend pool responding. Okay, we see in the gateway the Fabricom pool is now down, marked unhealthy. Here's our metric. Let's do a refresh. And you can see Fabricam, which is now orange, is down 0.97. That is less than 1. So our alert should fire off here soon. Let's go check on our good friend alert. Let's go to monitor. Alerts. We had 2 earlier, so we need 3. It's thinking about it. And those are the 2 we had earlier. Let's go manage our alert rules. Let's see what our alert thinks the value is right now. Well, it sees it as 0.99. So 0.99 is less than 1. So we should be getting alerts here soon. A phone call. Oh, here's our alert. My phone's ringing. Let's listen to it.
Action group phone. The message is fired, said one Azure Monitor Alert Gateway Fabricam website down on speed app.
Well, there it was. Let's go ahead and refresh this here. It hasn't reported under our alerts yet, but we did get the phone call, and it's bound to show up here soon. So now let's go back to our VM. And start it up. All right, the VM has been started. And let's go to our metric. Not there, our metric. Let's do a refresh. Still showing down on our metric. And what about on our gateway? Backend health. Usually takes about 5 minutes for everything to settle back. Oh, shows healthy. Be curious to see if our website works now. It does. And of course, Contestio should work. So let's go check our metric again. Refresh. Metric's still showing down. Oh, kaboom, it's back up. So excellent, excellent, excellent. So this is some basics way you can monitor your gateway. And really the most important thing you want to do is monitor your endpoints, right? So this covers the most important aspect. Besides the metric and how to create an alert, the other thing I wanted to cover in this lab as far as monitoring the application gateway is setting up what they refer to in, let me go back to the gateway, diagnostics, I believe is what they, yeah, diagnostic settings. And here you can have several choices. You can, as you can tell, log, access log information, performance log, firewall log, all metrics. And you have choices to send to log analytics, which is what we're going to do, archive to a storage account, or stream to an event hub. The advantage of log analytics, at least from my viewpoint, is puts it in a workspace which you can then query much like you can a SQL table. So what I did to set this up was check all these boxes, put a name in here, and then specify the workspace. Now I already did this, so I'm going to back out of here, say OK, and go to my edit settings. Here's the one I set up. Here's the workspace I'm using. And you can see exactly what I just mentioned. Log in everything, all the metrics, setting it to log analytics. Well, what does log analytics look like? There's lots of ways to get to it, but I could go here, and I should get to it directly. I'm going to look at my history because I did run some logs earlier. Maybe I'm not in the right... Nope, I'm in the Speed App Gateway. Nope, we're all good. Let me backtrack here. Set up a new query window. And as you go to diagnostics, click this little button here, preview data. And you say set. And it'll do a nice quick query for you. If you want to see your metric information, set query, and you see here's your metrics that we saw in the charts. Remember when we created the chart, we had the same type of metrics. So with log analytics, you can actually query the information. Now obviously I didn't go too much in depth with log analytics. There'll be a whole section coming up. But I just wanted to show you a little sample, and if you do get asked a question about it on the exam, this is about all you really need to know for the intro exams, and just know what it's about. All right, well, that concludes this lab. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Just wanted to come back and show you that the alert finally displayed in the alert section of all alerts, monitoring section alerts in Azure. And I actually got a second phone call when it was back up, and you can see it marked it as resolved. So this is from the last hour. So this is the one we're interested in. And if we click on this, I believe a little graph comes up. Yeah, there you go. You can see now that it went down at, there we go, 449. And it came back up, according to our alert, at 509. So pretty good. I was editing the video and I noticed it never showed up. So just want to show you that here it is. So again, thanks for watching, and don't forget to watch other ones.